Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Today's word is firsts. You may think that I've pre-planned these firsts, but I haven't, so they're going to be the first thing that comes to mind when I think about it. So a couple of ones that have come to mind. I put this on, before I put this camera on, I just put it down and I was like, what to talk about with firsts was my first memory, and my first proper memories that I can fully remember-ish, I suppose, because they're only snippets, is getting attacked by the dog that we've already mentioned on the beach in, I'm not even sure where that was, and then getting stung by a bee with one of my nan's, in one of my nan's gardens. Both of them are pain related, I'm aware, but they seem to be my first things. The first proper injury that I remember me doing, and it's me, so obviously I'm going to talk about injuries, is my wrist. I broke one of my wrists. I can't remember which one. I think it's my right wrist, because now I do everything. Beth has noticed I do a lot of things left-handed. It's because I broke my right wrist when I was quite young. So one of my first school memories is me going into my new school, Glasgow, when I was at Glasgow Heath Primary School. Was going into Glasgow with a broken wrist and being sat next to Alex Clear, and he was my helper. He was the person that was going to show me around school and help me out with anything that I needed, and me and him were pretty much best friends. Well, very, very close friends at least, if he didn't think I was a best friend, up until we left sixth form. And then I saw him, I think I've seen him once since we left sixth form, which is really sad because me and him got on really, really well. He was great, I loved him. So there you go, you got two firsts in one in that one. I'm gonna get through these two because I don't really want to talk about it, but it's firsts and we'll do it. The first time I ever felt like I'd fallen in love was with Felicity, as I'm sure all of us could have realised already. The first time I ever got my heart broken was by Lauren. So yeah, skip over those two. The first adult purchase I ever made was a mattress, and I only thought that because I saw this mattress here. It's the first thing that I ever classed as my first ever adult purchase. Yeah, it's something that I don't think I ever pictured myself buying. Like TV, I bought a TV and a PS4, not with me obviously, but and they came afterwards, but I sort of pictured I'd buy those at some point anyway. But a mattress was something I suppose I'd never really considered, and then I was like, my mattress is so bad, I'm going to buy myself a new mattress. And I went out and picked it out all on my own and everything. I was about 21, but I did it. The first time I ever stepped out of my own comfort zone was to do Bugsy Malone at primary school. It was the first musical I ever performed in, and it was the first time I knew that that's what I wanted to do with my life. When I look back at it now, but it wasn't at the time. Like I didn't think that was something that I actually wanted to do. Then I took drama, and then my drama teacher pushed me to do my the Guys and Dolls that they were doing at school, and that was probably the first time I realised that I actually wanted to do that as a career. My first ever operation that I can remember, anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's my first ever operation. I don't think I've had anything else done. Was my knees, and that's why they're so crap now. And then a year later I had my second ever operation to take the plates out. I've had plates in my knees to correct the height. My feet, one leg was longer than the other, so it kept up and down my knee, and I've had that corrected. So plates went in, plates came out. The first time I ever flew abroad was to Amsterdam. Yeah, I had to think about that one. I always get the Amsterdam trip mixed up with the Dublin trip, but it was definitely Amsterdam. So yeah, that was the first time I ever flew abroad. The first holidays I've ever done without my mum, without family, have been like Amsterdam, Dublin, and then last year when I went and took myself off to Wales, but I met family there. So they were also my first holidays. My first abroad holidays were also my first ever holidays away from my family. Weird. This is the first time I'm ever living alone. Big learning curve, even now. I'm still trying to figure things out, but we'll get there, hopefully. And I think that's everything. pretty much. I'd also like to say that this is the first time I've ever felt properly like I'm doing something right. A consistent right is what I'll say. So Stage X, I always felt like I was doing something right by doing those shows, and I was joining a group, and it made me feel good about myself to begin with at least, and then towards the later years, as we've discussed, it sort of knocked my confidence through a bit because I wasn't doing much. Maybe I wasn't good enough, was going through my head a lot. But like when I was at school, I know it's only been I'm still in my welcome week, but when I was at school I didn't really get along with a lot of my teachers and a lot of the stuff they wanted me to do at the time, because it wasn't focused on what I was interested in. Whereas this course is, and I feel like this is where I should be. I don't feel like, currently anyway, that you watch me have to do a video in like a month's time and be like, this is all a lie. Currently, this is like one of the first times I've ever felt like this was the right move. I always feel like at times I make the wrong move. You can even ask Beth. Like at no point have I ever regretted anything, any of the things that I did. But like talking to her was trying to make sure that I was talking to her before we got together. But one of the first things I ever said to her was an insult. Not an insult. I was sort of taking the piss, and she really got annoyed with me about it. And I was like, that was a huge regret. I hope that didn't ruin anything, and it didn't. So we were lucky. But I do a lot of things that I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm going to regret this, and I currently, anyway, feel like this was the best move for me at my point in time. Another one for you, I suppose. My first ever proper job was in an Argos. I volunteered for my mum when she had her own company, but my first ever full job was an Argos. There you go. So yeah. But this is one of the first times I ever felt like I'm doing what I should be doing. I don't feel like I should be somewhere else. I don't feel like I'm out of place. I feel like this is what I should be doing right now. Positives. Positive thinking. A lot of the videos recently have been negative thinking. Positive thinking is what we're trying to promote. So yeah. If there are any other firsts that I've missed that you want to know about, let me know. I'm going to go to these, hopefully, weekly videos. It seems to be going okay so far. I'm still doing daily. I'll definitely be able to record weekly. It's just if it was going to upload. It seems to be going okay at the minute. So I want to go to weekly. If there's any firsts I've missed off, let me know, and we'll do a video about it. I think those are the key ones. I think they were definitely the key ones. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one.